well, it's these two, and part of their longevity, their success in this game has been because of what they do in those high-pressure moments.
I do not like to lie, and I can promise you this, neither of these guys are going to wilt under the pressure. They are both going to play their game, and that's exactly what I expect from them.
So, Mortar for Ruben with the Valkyrie. We saw, I believe it was him running some Mortar Valk earlier in the day.
Right there, Little Prince able to take out the rest of the Mighty Miner. Morten running Miner, Mighty Miner. Royal delivery, still not exactly sure what he's going to be doing. Could be a quick cycle with wall breakers. Ruben, 0 elixir right there, but a pretty decent push coming down the lane.
And able to be picked up by the Mighty Miner, and you know, it isn't as strong as it was before the most recent emergency nerf, but a lot of the discourse going into this weekend from many of the coaches and analysts about the question of who has played and who hasn't played Little Prince in any given moment. And if you can win the game where you don't have Little Prince and your opponent does, the significant upside that has for the overall match picture. Morten here with a big opportunity to draw significant blood from Ruben.
Yeah, and I think we also have to note, because you're right, it is the Little Prince that is definitely the most restricting towards the meta, but I think the second most restricting is going to be the archers. Those archers have been played in every single set. I can't guarantee it, but I would assume that's the case.
Well, and then that opens up those big questions, right? As Morten makes decisions in game. Oh, and the missed snowball from Ruben. He cannot believe it. Huge damage in, and just like that, Morten is back in business.
Mighty Miner going to be able to take out the Valk plus the bats, but will need the archers to help. No swing from the Valk, so very clean defense from Morten right there.
And now trying to get a little more optimization off of the opening, but delivery is more than there to recover for Morten. Miner goes a little bit deep, maybe trying to just sneak the Recruit in there, not going to do it. Instead, Recruit does die. 1859 and 1946 with under 30 seconds left in regulation time.
Extremely close game. The only difference, I mean, Morten is running the Miner poison, and then, oh, that is a huge situation. Now Ruben can go opposite lane. Morten can't get the Miners plus poison same lane as the Mortar. This changes how the entire rest of the game gets played.
What a massive connection, and honestly, Josh, I'm a bit surprised at how often we've seen Mortars connect today.
Yeah, it doesn't often happen. Right there, the Mortar evolution going to take out one of the archers, going to almost take out the second one, and there you go. This is a very solid push. Ruben defends the right lane quite nicely, and he still has a half health Mortar left in play.
But look at the damage on the right-hand side, Josh. 1409 on Ruben's tower, so a pretty big gap opening up, and now Ruben has to go back to that same lane he'd switched away from as he has fallen fairly far behind.
Yeah, very clean defense from Morten, going to take the left tower down to 1601. So yeah, I mean, as we head into triple elixir almost, Ruben is going to fully switch over to the left lane. He doesn't want to allow Miner poison value for the rest of this match.
And Ruben has been going for prediction on prediction here. The Miners trying to predict things in front of the Mortars, the Skeletons there, trying to make a pickup of their own. That's been sort of the focus of Ruben's game so far. Morten playing very cut and dry, straightforward Clash Royale.
Yeah, and Evo to archers over the middle. How does he want to protect them? Poison going to come down, and those Evo archers are getting so much value. They take out the entire bush, and he still has one of them walk into the left lane. Great stuff from Morten.
This does feel very tight again. Evo Archer getting some more pressure on the left-hand side, but you can see the poison cycle maybe slightly ahead for Ruben at the moment as he gets the prediction on the Skeletons, and he is going to put a ton of damage on and poison back around one more time.
Yeah, forget everything I was saying earlier. He's going to go same lane. It's going to be a base race to see what is going to happen. The log versus the snowball will change a lot.
Poison in, taking away. Can the Miner of Morten hit? The Miner from Ruben gets there. 24 HP, Ruben takes. Some options for Morten as he does not have to worry about overspending to take that annoying little fella off the board.
I'm waiting. I'm excited. I can't wait to see if it's going to be Splash Yard with the poison or if it's going to be one of my lightning decks that I predicted. It's very simple to predict if you just guess one card.
Well, poison out, so probably going to go in the lightning direction here.
There you go. Look at that.
For Ruben, as Morten may be showing shades of the MK Prince Hog.
Nato coming out from Ruben. I mean, we've seen it a lot, and I think we're going to see it again. This is looking like E-Giant.
So Mega Knight Prince Hog here against most likely the E-Giant deck. Nato, of course, going to be a problem for those Hog Riders, but then if you get that big push behind and the Hog Rider gets NATO'd in, that could be devastating. Of course, as we're seeing here, Tombstone, easy to shut down those Princes.
Yeah, Ruben, I mean, it seems like he's giving up a lot of damage right there, but down to 140, it looks like if he's running the E-Giant deck, he can just win once it hits double elixir. He just has to defend out. So that's why he's giving up that chip damage with the Bandit. He wants to be able to build those pushes.
Prince to control the bowler on the left-hand side. Morten might have to, he is very low on elixir. He's gonna have to tank some damage here on the right-hand lane, goes with the Bandit instead, picks up the Archers and the Baby Dragon. Clean defense for 3 in the right-hand lane for SK Gaming's player.
Yeah, we can see a little bit of frustration on Morten's face. I really think that if the matchup is the way that both of these players are suggesting it will be, I think Ruben will have a huge matchup advantage.
Here we go, double elixir, and now both players slowing way down here. And you gotta wonder, does waiting until triple give the advantage to Ruben? And of course, with Morten, and I guess we're not gonna have to answer that question. Morten wants to react to this E-Giant as he does here.
Wow, it's very rare when we see players just leaking elixir once double elixir happens, but it makes sense. You have the MK, it's hard for you to defend against these E-Giant pushes, and you want to be able to set up the correct pushes. Baby Dragon will take out the Hog. It's going to get several shots, but that's okay. You have your pushes starting. This is what you want if you're Ruben. Yes, you're giving up a lot of damage, but this is where you start to give damage on his end.
So 1,200 HP or about 1,100 HP is the difference right now. Bandit and Mega Knight. You see Morten having to ignore the Evolved Archer on the left-hand side, and at the moment can't get to the Evolved Archer on the right-hand side. Firecracker finally comes with the Mega Knight. Boulder working against that Bandit. Tombstone on the left-hand lane. Firecracker doesn't get through, no, but the Hog Rider gonna get maybe 2 here, and just gets the 1. 14-01 either way. Still 1,000 HP lead for Morten.
Yeah, Morten doing a great job, and you know, now I have to take a look at the deck and see why he's actually finding success, and that's because most of the time it's going to be Mega Knight, Miner, Wall Breakers. Instead, this Hog is creating havoc. Last time he almost got multiple shots. Archers are the only card in cycle. This Hog creates a lot more problems that the Wall Breaker Mega Knight version does not create.
And an excellent Prince there by Morten to defend. Ruben not finding a way to get into the second level, finally goes E-Giant into his weak hand side, which is also where he has the most damage.
E-Giant going same lane. Should not have the Firecracker, and there we go. Actually, the Firecracker Evo being used, so that's interesting as well.
Lightning for that Evo'd Firecracker. Hog on the right-hand side with minions behind. Evolved Archers out for Ruben. Prince trying to work against the Electro Giant left-hand lane. Damage though on the right-hand side does give Ruben the lead in both lanes with 50 seconds left.
Baby Dragon not going to cross the bridge, so going to be able to defend this fairly easily. And right there, the E-Giant coming out just a tad bit too early. Hog plus Bandit, he's not going to choose to NATO to the King Tower, so will the Archers be able to take it out in time? It does, and that's going to be a lead for Ruben, finally, with 30 seconds left in OT.
1296 to 1401. Hog to the right-hand side. Bowler will defend. Mega Knight doesn't leap. Mega Knight almost connects, just barely doesn't, and that could be a turning point here. 18 seconds left, and Morten does not have a lot of spell power to go against this lightning.
Yeah, right there. Double Baby Dragons up. The minions are going to do nothing. The Hog is going to go to the Tombstone. 979 to 1401. This is going to be Ruben taking out Morten. Oh my!
Of all the things you could expect on day number 1